Hey everyone, on the camper here, we are getting ready to go from these little tires to upgraded to these. These are 215/70/15 tires. They were on my Subaru that I have. It's our Subaru is like our adventure camping toy that we have. And upgraded the tires and rims on it to something bigger, so I have these sitting around. I mean, they've got plenty of tread on them. Basically like a brand new tire almost. Not many miles on them. And they have it's a 5x100 lug pattern, and on the camper it's a 5x4.5 or 114. So anyways, I bought some wheel spacer adapters, and we are going to put the spacers on the camper, tighten it down, put these on here on the camper. Here's kind of like what you can see. Here's what it is now, and it's going to go to this. Should be plenty of room. They should tuck up in there really nicely. There's plenty of room up in here. Not much bigger, but definitely a lot bigger. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, definitely a lot bigger, but nothing like too crazy. Should soften the ride quality up also on it, and give me a lot more ground clearance and departure angle. The departure's fine on it now, but just give me a little bit more for when we are going off a little dip or something. But let's get to it. So current tire size on here are ST 185s, 80 on 13-inch rims, and I'm going to a 15-inch rim. These need some cleaning up. The rims are probably going to get painted also. Actually, not probably. They will get painted. But it's going to look pretty sweet when we get done with it. So here's a pic of the camper so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. So what it is, it's a Rockwood Freedom. I took it and did a spring over axle conversion kit on it. And now it's time for some bigger tires. This is well overdue, but need to add them on there. From the base here to the center line, we're looking at, what is that, 28 and maybe 28.5 inches. So from the bottom to this top up here is 28.5 inches. On the axle, we're at the bottom to here, it's hard to say, probably roughly 11 inches on that, maybe a little bit more than 11 inches. So let's see what we can get. So some people probably be like, why didn't you just upgrade your rims and some tires instead of having to like buy the adapters and stuff? Because I already had it all. And it's not like I'm like going across the Sahara Desert with this thing. We're just going up in, forest service roads or trails or whatever, just to get out. Anyways, here's the adapters I got. And we're getting ready to put them on. The adapters I got are 1 inch. So, obviously it's going to be a little too long here. So I'm going to have to trim these off here a little bit to be able to put the studs all the way in. Let's just take a gander. Okay. No, that won't fit. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I'll have to do some trimming on these to get them to fit. I thought so. Here's a little mock-up of what it'll look like. I still gotta trim the studs that are on the hub right now to make it fit, but I just really just kind of put it on there so you can kind of see. But the gold rims don't look too bad, I don't think, but I'll probably paint them. So I've got it on. Got lugs on all of them. Tightened up. And now I need to see exactly how many I need to cut off here and go all the way around and cut them all off. And then clean up the threads, little never sees, put the wheel on, and we done. All right, so we're back to it a couple days later, just because of life. But anyways, we're getting back to it. Shouldn't take too long. I gotta cut the I gotta trim the wheel studs back. 7 count of 7 threads on all of them is what it ended up being, so that the spacer, or so that the new spacer doesn't go on and hit the back of the wheel. So let's get to it. All right, so the studs were cut, and I filed them off and cleaned them up. Anyways, 7 threads is what I ended up having to cut off of these. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on them. I just used a cutting wheel on it, but just a little anti-seize stuff gonna go on here, and then we're gonna torque them down and then put on the wheel spacer, and good to go. I got a little anti-seize on there, wheel spacers going on, or spacer adapter. This is it's a 114, which is the axle, to 510, 5x100, which is some Subaru wheels that I had. Like I said, these are some I just had laying around. The tires are like great shape. And anyways, I know people are like, you need to change your rims out and this and that. Yes, but for $27 for these that I had them, or for the tires, but for 27 bucks for these, you know, might as well give it a shot. Mention this, these are not hub centric, they are lug centric wheels. So as you can see, they don't really, there's no groove or anything. They don't really like line up and match. But it is because obviously this is an axle trailer, axle trailer axle, but the lugs match up on it. So so got them torqued down. Now I'm getting ready to put the wheel on. Let's see how it looks. Tires on. I'm actually kind of digging the gold. I kind of like it. Anyways, so here's what we got. I mean, it's a massive difference. Sorry about the mess in front of everything. I just pulled some things out of the camper too. Massive difference though. So here's a little bit better full view of it. I think I'm really liking it. Let's get some quick measurements and see what it's like. We measured, it was 28.5 inches, so let's see where it is now. Center it up. I'm sitting at 29 3/4. Alright, so trailer tires are on both sides and torqued down and everything's locked on. I'm actually, and I got the spare on there too, I'm actually digging the look of it. Kind of like the gold on there. I mean, the tires are just, it's got a much better stance on it right now. I mean, it looks a heck of a lot beefier than what it was, for sure. It should ride a lot better, a lot smoother, and just handle the trails a little bit better. Like I said, these aren't too aggressive of a tire. They're just Geolanders, ATs. I mean, they're a decent all-terrain tire. Like I said, I had them on my Subaru. Not many miles on them, and they should handle just fine for the trail. All right, so here you can kind of see definitely the difference in the tires. So if we get up closer, you can see there's a pretty good bit of difference in tire size for sure. Like I said, these are two 1570 15-inch rims, and these are 185 80 13, so a 13-inch rim to an 18-inch rim. And then I'll kind of give you an idea of what the stance looks like different. So there's about the width of it, the difference in it right there. Overall, I gained a couple inches in the axle, and from the tire to the so you can kind of see what the tires look like. So I'll go to the front end so you can kind of see. But yeah, I mean, definitely a transformation of this camper for sure. I'm excited to see how it's gonna do. So one more walk around of the trailer. Here you go on the front end of it. Scooch around. So hope you guys enjoy. Hope I was able to help somebody out with the trailer tires that they were looking for, upgrading it. Like I said, this was it's a 1-inch spacer or an adapter. It goes from a 5 by 4.5 is what was originally on the trailer, and I went to a 5 by 100 because these are some Subaru rims and tires that I had. So I just swapped them out. I had to cut the studs off. 7 threads is what I had to cut on each side, and torqued it down, tightened everything, torqued it all down, and overall I'm pretty stoked about it. Excited to see how it's going to do on our next adventure, but and a nice full-size spare with it too, so should turn out really good on the road. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and click that notification if you want anything. So if you got any questions, just holler at me. I'll help you out. Thanks.